Okay. Okay. Hey guys, this is Eureka John with EurekaStreetCryptoHub. Today is November 7th, 2020. It's a Saturday afternoon and it's 2:02 p.m. here in Leander, Texas, suburb of Austin. And just wanted to do a quick stream this afternoon. I didn't get to do one yesterday. I was busy with work and I was tired, so I try to do this as much as possible, trying to build up as much content as possible, learning as I go. Hopefully, just like you guys, you never stop learning until you die. So here I am back online, and I'm continuing in this crypto journey. And just wanted to show you guys some more of the basics. I have a lot of people that I know that are wanting to get into crypto and don't really know where to start. And I figure as I'm learning and doing this video, that I might as well share the basics that I know so I can help people also get started. I kind of stumbled my way into this in 2018 when the market was just at an all-time low and everything crashed. And after the whole Bitcoin spike in 2017, and everybody was suddenly new, and then 2018 hit, and then everybody got basically dumped on, and a lot of people lost a lot of money, and a lot of these ICOs, initial coin offerings that they were putting money into, and Bitcoin crashed. The difference between that then and now in our current bull run is, I think back then a lot of retail investors were jumping into Bitcoin because they thought it was the next best thing, and the institutions weren't on board yet. This time, it looks like the institutions are getting on board. If you run an analysis of search engine results of people Googling Bitcoin or cryptocurrency and stuff like that, it's very low in comparison to back in 2016 and 2017. That means that it's more institutional investors. They know who Bitcoin is. They know what Bitcoin is. They know what Ethereum is. They know what cryptocurrency is. They're getting in because they want to jump in on the opportunity, and it's not retail people trying to figure it out. So they're not guys like me, or you. So I don't know who you are watching this, but whatever. Anyway. I wanted to do a video just on some of the basics. I mentioned last episode that I do not come from a financial background. I was never taught finances in school. As an American who went to public school, we weren't taught how to balance a checkbook or make our credit good or to invest in, or what fiduciaries and annuities and all these other terms that people throw around. We don't know what options are and how to do those, the trade options. As an American in public school, no, we weren't taught any of that. We had no Finance 101 class, and I think a lot of how do I say this without sounding like a tinfoil hat person? But I think it's that way on purpose. We're not taught a lot of those important skill sets to survive as adults, so we have to take it upon ourselves to teach ourselves, and that's basically what I've been doing. I've picked up books and gone on websites and just started from square one, and I've had to learn terms like what a market cap is, which brings me to this episode. I'm going to teach you guys how to look at crypto market data websites like CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, and how to look at a token and see its sustainability. And obviously I'm not a professional at this, but I'm going to share with you what I've learned, and I'll probably end up learning something as well as I go along here, because I always do every single time I look at this stuff without fail. So let's dig in here. Let's see, let me minimize myself. Let me get rid of this text. I'm going to minimize myself down here in the corner, and I'm going to turn on this browser. Let me minimize this a little bit. So this is CoinGecko, this is my favorite one, and we'll start with this. CoinGecko. The reason it's my favorite is, I mean, I follow them on Twitter. They just seem like real people, and I like their interface. You know, I don't know. I just like it. I mean, there's several. There's CoinGecko.com. Let's take a look here. And CoinMarketCap is another one. This is, I think, the most common one that people use. With all these, you can toggle the night view. I prefer the dark view over the white light view because sometimes at night I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it on my phone. And I'm just like, just blast me in the face. And, you know, yes, I do wake up in the middle of the night and check my cryptocurrencies and see where they are. I'm sure lots of people do who are into this. So here's CoinMarketCap. There's CoinGecko. Those are the only two that I like really know, and CoinGecko is really the only one I use. Every once in a while, I'll switch between CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap to see if I can see any discrepancies. There's some others. I googled some earlier. There's MarketCap.com. There's Nomics. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know anything about these two, and there's several. There's probably tons of others out there. They all pretty much do a lot of the same thing. But again, my preferred one is CoinGecko. So okay, let's go into here for a second. We have the top Bitcoins, and you know, the homepage sorts them by market cap. And what market cap is, it is the amount of crypto that people have bought. The amount of these coins that people have bought. People have bought, let's see, $271 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's pretty good. That's why it's the -- one market cap. So people have pumped $893 billion into Bitcoin, and that puts it at the top. The price of Bitcoin right now is 14,667. In the past hour, in the past 24 hours, a lot of this stuff has gone in the red. I know Joe Biden just got announced as president unofficially, mind you, by a lot of the mainstream media channels, and it's just like I can't get away from it. All over my social media, it's all I see, people posting Biden's president. Okay, whatever. But it looks like everything's in the red since that announcement's been made. Again, like I've said the past couple episodes, the crypto market and all this stuff is bigger than who's president. It's not going to matter, and we might hit a dip, or it might go to the moon just for a little while based on current news. But all this, everything is moving towards cryptocurrency. The entire market is, our entire society is. So this is way bigger than who's in office or the latest news. So if you're investing in this stuff, don't sell because somebody might have gotten elected or didn't get elected president. I mean, talk about weak hands. I mean, seriously, hold your cards, And actually, it would probably be a good time to jump in and maybe buy something while everything's in the red. That's what I think. When things are red, I'm like, okay, this is good, because I don't like buying anything when it's in the green. There's always the FOMO, the fear of missing out, and it's a real hard demon to kick. I struggled with FOMO. I still do. Everybody struggles with FOMO. When you see something doing well, you want to jump in too. And it's okay to jump in. Just don't jump in at the top. And I know it's hard to see where the top is, but it's just wait for a dip. I don't come from a bunch of money, and I'm a pretty middle class dude. I'm pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. This week I was kind of low on cash, so I didn't put anything in this week. Maybe next paycheck I will. So I need to kind of put in when it's red. Some people don't, and that's okay. Whatever. So But Bitcoin and Ethereum are still very high at 14,667. I mean, that's amazing. I didn't expect it to get up to 15,000 this week. That's really good. So anyway, coin market cap is the amount of money in each of these tokens. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the top 10 tokens and kind of tell you what they are, what they do, and just familiarize you with them. It shows the price change within 1 hour, within 24 hours, and within 7 days. All that's pretty self-explanatory. We have 24-hour volume. This is the amount of money that's been traded in the past 24 hours. And you can sort things by that. So, in the past 24 hours, Tether has had the most volume. And I'll go over what Tether is here. It's a stable coin. And that is the least. Okay. So we'll go back to market cap. And yeah, there's been 28 billion traded in Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. That's pretty incredible. I mean, yeah. I could go, I wonder what that website is that shows market visualization. So let's see, dollar market visualization. Visual capitalist. Okay. So to give you an idea of the amount of money that is in cryptocurrency, okay, here's the amount of all the money in the world, okay, all the money in the world. Silver is 1 square, and it's worth $100 billion. So there's $100 billion in silver. Okay, cryptocurrency is 1 square is $100 billion. So $300 billion in cryptocurrency. All right. So military spending. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. 18 billion. Or I don't know. You get the idea. U.S. budget deficit. Remember, each square is $100 billion. Coins and banknotes. Here's the amount of dollars. This is actual money right here, actual cash. Yeah, so the U.S. has a pretty large. They have the largest amount of cash out right now. And here's the Fed's balance sheet. Apparently, in 2020, there's been 22% of the overall amount of dollars being pumped into the market, of new dollars being pumped in. So 22% of all the dollars in the market right now have been made this year. That's nuts. I mean, that just gives me zero confidence in the dollar, and why I want to put everything in crypto or in some kind of gold or silver. Bitcoin, gold, and silver apparently are the three savings account we should have now, and I firmly believe that. And since 2008, this is how much has been added. This is how much has been added this year. And this is just, I guess, all time. So of the balance sheet. And so it's a lot of money being made and pumped recently, and that printing machine probably needs some oil because it's moving pretty fast. We'll see. Maybe we'll turn into Venezuela. Who knows? But anyway, here's the billionaires, and this is how much money they have altogether. I guess that's Bezos, Gates, Arnault, Zuckerberg, and Ellison. Okay. Here's all the gold in the world, and each of these is 100 billion. Remember. And including in jewelry, and then below ground reserves. I don't know how they really calculate that. Here are the Fortune 500 companies all put together, their market cap. Microsoft has 1.384 billion, or not 1.384 billion, 1.384 trillion, or $1,384 billion. So it's Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. Here's all the stock markets. Here's the New York Stock Exchange and hundreds of billions of dollars, which is 31.5%. NASDAQ and all the other exchanges. Here's the money supply. Then you get into debt, household debt, like credit card, all that stuff, mortgages, government debt, non-financial corporations, the financial sector, and here's real estate, residential, it's a lot, commercial real estate, agricultural real estate. Here's global wealth. North America looks like it has most of it. Actually, Asia, if you include China and India in there, Asia Pacific, looks like it has the most. Yeah. And then, Latin America and Africa, poor Africa, literally. Okay, and then derivatives. I mean, this just goes on and on. This is all derivative. What a derivative is. Here. This is what I do when I come across terms I don't know. I'm a Googler. Derivative. Okay, definition of a derivative. Okay, something based on another source. Okay, so in 2008, it took me a long time to wrap my head around why that crashed. It's because the market was propped up on derivatives. And what that means is, say you have a house note and somebody sells, some company bundles up all these house notes, and then they sell representations of those house notes to another company. So then they own a representation of that they can trade back and forth. And then maybe they sell a representation of that to some other company. And then it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And there are derivatives on cryptocurrency as well. Synthetics is a derivatives exchange in which you put in your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, and then you get a token that's a derivative of that token that's a representation of that Bitcoin. So it'd be synth Bitcoin or synth ETH as well, and you can buy and trade and sell and all that. And then when you want to cash out, you have to transfer that back over to your original currency that you deposited in order to pull out. So it's more complex than that. That's an ape's explanation of it, total gorilla explanation, but whatever. It's just a derivative is a representation of another form of currency. So if you have a derivative of a dollar, you're trading a symbol of that original dollar. So and there's just billions and trillions and quadrillions of dollars in derivatives. And that's basically how the 2008 market crashed, because everybody was trading around these derivatives and our economy was propped up on derivatives. Then somebody over in France suddenly said, oh, hey, the actual underlying asset that these derivatives represent is not there. And everybody suddenly was like, oh, you mean we've been lied to? And then the market crashed. So, yeah, that's kind of an ape's understanding of it all. But, hey, what can I say? I'm an ape. Back to the market data website, CoinGecko. So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether. It tells you up here the amount of ETH gas it is to trade for transaction fees. And right now it's at 48 Gwei. Actually, about 30 minutes ago, it was at 99 Gwei. And Gwei is a unit, a subunit of one Ethereum. I can't remember how many Gwei there is per one Ethereum, but it's a lot. I'd have to figure out how much it is, but this is actually fairly low. I've seen it on Saturday and Friday and Saturday nights when nobody's really doing anything. It get down to like 20 Gwei, but about 30 minutes ago it was at 99 Gwei. I've seen it get pretty high as well. So a lot of people complain about the gas prices on Ethereum, and you have to use Ethereum to trade back and forth between cryptocurrencies that are on the ERC20 platform, that are on the Ethereum platform. So say if I wanted to trade, let's see, Chainlink with VChain or Theta or whatever, and I wanted to do it on the Uniswap platform, I would have to have some Ethereum in my wallet in order to be able to make that trade. Ethereum is the oil or the gas, you know, that makes that happen. So it's always good, even if you don't want to own Ethereum. I'm still raiding my kids' candy from Halloween. Can't help it. Gotta keep up with that dad tax. Anyway, you always want to have a little bit of Ethereum in your wallet, even if you don't want to hold on to Ethereum, because you need Ethereum to be able to trade. So whenever you're buying your first cryptocurrency, try to buy a little bit of Ethereum along with that. So yeah, that's that. Okay, we'll save that for later. Okay, so here we are. You can create your own portfolios on CoinGecko, and you can put stars on the ones that you want to follow. You can get alerts and notifications when the coin gets above or below a certain price, and I have that on my phone, and it's been going off all week because everything's been in the green all week for this bull run. I still think everything's going to pump up, so like I said, right now is probably a good time to buy during this pit stop, and yeah, enjoy it. So Bitcoin, everybody knows what Bitcoin is. It's probably why you're watching if you're just beginning, if you're a beginner, because you've heard about Bitcoin. I heard about Bitcoin before as well, and I just thought it was just some like total geek money, and I've come to learn it's basically digital gold and a safe haven asset. Ethereum is basically the world computer. There's an Ethereum network, I like to say, and it's a terrible metaphor, but for me it works. Ethereum is kind of like a Windows platform, and you can build programs on Windows. And I know that's going to like tear a bunch of you guys up on the inside by me saying that. But for instance, think about Photoshop for Windows. You know, that's a program that runs on the Windows platform. All right. So there's a bunch of these coins like Unibright. Let's see. All the DeFi networks are built on Ethereum. Uniswap is built on Ethereum. Aave is built on Ethereum. Maker. You know, so many of these are built on Ethereum. They're programs and protocols that people have put on top of the Ethereum platform, and these are ERC20 tokens. So think about them as programs that are running on this platform. And Ethereum is a distributed computer in which it combines all the computing power of all these computers all over the world running these nodes in order to power this blockchain that is copied on all these computers. And yeah, that's what Ethereum is. So it's not really competition to Bitcoin. Ethereum runs smart contracts. Bitcoin has, yes, it can be used to buy and sell, but it's at this point it's slow, it's cumbersome. Transaction speeds take a long time, and yeah, let me see if I can find that transaction speed visualization. Let's see, crypto. Subway. And let's see. Somebody made some really cool. Well, okay, I'll just look at this real quick. Okay, here's Bitcoin. Yeah. The transaction speed is this per second? Yeah. 7 transactions per second is Bitcoin. Ethereum is 20 transactions per second, so it's not much better. The thing is Ethereum right now is just rolling out with Ethereum 2.0. The problem with this Ethereum is it's been so popularized with DeFi and these platforms and all these programs being built on top of Ethereum, like I mentioned before, that it's become too big for its britches, and there's all these transactions trying to go through on Ethereum, which in turn has made the gas price go up incredibly. And so it's become real expensive to do anything on Ethereum. So this is what Ethereum 2.0 is trying to solve. Ethereum 1.0 is not really scalable, and Bitcoin has not really been scalable. So it's been termed as a dinosaur. However, Bitcoin is kind of taken a place now as a reserve asset, as digital gold, and Ethereum is going to be made for, is for smart contracts and to run it, software and programs on top of it as a platform. And then you have Dash, which is faster, and you have these coins here trying to solve the scalability issue and the transaction speed issue, like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dash. And then you come into some standard things. If you want, this is for comparison right now. PayPal is 193 transactions per second. So when you compare that to Ethereum, Ethereum has a lot of work to do, and hopefully Ethereum 2.0 can help fix this to maybe be along the lines of PayPal. I'll have to look and see what Ethereum 2.0 is predicted to be as far as transaction speeds. There's Ripple. We'll get into Ripple. It's kind of a made by bankers for bankers, but it's been kind of a controversial topic in the crypto world as about whether or not Ripple is really a viable cryptocurrency, but it has very fast transaction speeds, and the primary use case is for remittances across border. Then Visa is 24,000 transactions per second. All right, now there are some cryptocurrencies right now and some layer 2 solutions and stuff like that that are trying to get up here and compete with Visa. At this point right now, cryptocurrency has not really been able to give Visa and Master, all the standard transaction speed platforms a run for their money. But what crypto has going for it is the anonymity, the ability to be anonymous, and the ability to bank yourself and to not rely on your own, and not rely on Visa or PayPal or these centralized forms of currency in order to just fee and fine you to death. You own that. You're not reliant on the credit system, and this is a way to go bankless and just tell the banks later. So it's freedom to me. Anyway, that's a major thing is transaction speed and privacy and decentralization are some important topics in cryptocurrency. Okay, so we've gone through Ethereum kind of. Number 3, we have Tether. Tether is a stable coin, and a stable coin is any type of cryptocurrency that is pegged to the dollar. So every $1, there's supposed to be one Tether, and that's kind of a running joke because a lot of people know that Tether has not really been the best about that. I don't know too much about that controversy because I don't really follow Tether news, but I hear about it through podcasts and stuff. Tether right now is at 98 cents a dollar. Okay. It fluctuates. It depends on the trade volume going on. And but it always tries to stay pegged to the dollar. And Tether and other stable coins have to mint and burn the Tether in order to keep up with the dollar demand and in order to make sure that it stays pegged to that dollar. And sometimes it can be hard during bull runs or sudden pullbacks or sudden spikes in cryptocurrencies. But the reason people keep Tether on hand is, right now it has the highest 24-hour volume, is because when people are trying to sell something, say Bitcoin goes really high to 16,000 and suddenly you're like, okay, this is it, I'm cashing in. If you tried to sell your Bitcoin back to dollars, it's going to take days, and it's just a real cumbersome process. You're going to have to pay taxes on it. And the U.S. government, they don't pull any punches when it comes to taxes on crypto, and I'm only assuming it's going to get worse. So Tether is an alternative, as well as other stable coins like USD Coin, and you have DAI. That's another one down here, and you have there's TUSD, True US Dollar. There's Paxos Standard. All these are stable coins. and you can sell your cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Chainlink or whatever, and you trade it for Tether. You trade it for a stable coin, and that way it's kind of like you put it on the bench. You if you want to go in the game, you buy the crypto and you watch it spike or drop. And then when it spikes and it's done everything that you need it to do and you're happy with it, then you trade it out and you trade it for Tether. And you put it on the sidelines while you wait, take a breather, think about your next strategy. And then you go back in and then you trade your Tether for more Bitcoin or more Chainlink or more Polkadot or Litecoin or whatever you want to do. And then if you're a trader and you want to buy and sell on dips and on market patterns, hey, more power to you. It's not what I do. I just dollar cost average, which means I buy pretty much on a consistent basis, regardless of whether it's up or down in the market. I'm not trying to time the market. I'm just, because I believe in the grander scale of things, all this is going to keep going up. So if I just dollar cost average, then regardless of whether something is temporarily up or down, I will continue to make a profit off it, no matter what, off of a gradual slope upwards. But traders try to time the market. They try to buy things when they're in the red and sell it when they're in the green, and then buy back when it dips back again. I'm getting to the point where I am a little familiar with some of these tokens to where I could probably time the market if I wanted to. XRP really doesn't go above 26 cents at best, and then it'll get down to 24. Sometimes it'll get to 23 or 22. And then you buy, and it's always just wavering up and down. Some people have joked, called XRP a stable coin. It's not really a stable coin, but it behaves kind of like that. So if I were a trader, I could time that. And right now, may sell, I don't know. And then, no, may buy. I might buy, And then if it goes back up to 25 cents, like a lot of people believe it will, then you've made a tiny little bit of profit. And then you could sell again at that point. Or 26 cents, then you could sell. Then you go down to 23 cents, then you buy, So I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. So that's why I don't trade. So here we are at XRP number 4. XRP is, like I said, made for the banks, by the banks. A lot of more conspiracy theory type of YouTubers call it the global currency waiting in the wings. There's some interesting XRP YouTubers. One in particular is the Bearable Bull. He's kind of got an interesting take on things. So listen to a few of his videos. He's pretty interesting. A guy, maybe he's got a little bit more of his feet on the ground. Kevin Cage. There's Jungle Inc., I believe. Yeah, he's an XRP dude. And there's a few other XRP people. I'm not really an XRP guy. I jumped into XRP when I first got into crypto because I saw big names like American Express and MoneyGram, and that's just something I recognized. I was like, okay, that makes it legit. And I haven't really seen any action. I do have a bag of XRP from back in 2018 to 2019 that I haven't really touched much. But hey, they're going to have what's called a token airdrop, and that's whenever they're trying to push a certain token, or a lot of times protocols will try to give back to the decentralized protocols will try to give back to the community, to their community, and they'll airdrop people some of their tokens. Well, XRP is going to do an airdrop to people who are holding the XRP token, and it's called Spark, and I guess that's going to be kind of the XRP gas, like the Ethereum, the ETH token, the Ethereum gas. Not really sure. I don't know too much about all that, but it's a good chance to get a bunch of free crypto if you hold XRP. And coming out, I believe it's December 12th or sometime in early to mid-December, they're going to have that airdrop. So it might be something to check out. It's the Spark token. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is the result of a fork from Bitcoin. I don't know a whole lot about it, except ended up in two different philosophies of the direction that people thought that Bitcoin should go. Bitcoin Cash is also an attempt to scale Bitcoin to make the transaction speeds faster. Roger Ver, V-E-R, is the founder, I believe, of Bitcoin Cash, and he promotes it as a way. He says it's going to spread everywhere, and people are going to use Bitcoin Cash instead of just change and money, or instead of XRP or Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is supposed to be faster and easy to use on a cash-like basis. I don't know. A lot of people can't stand Bitcoin Cash. I mean, I've heard interviews with Roger Ver. He seems like a nice enough guy, and you know, some of his stuff seems to make sense. So whatever, I'm not going to doubt him. Hopefully, you know, maybe he'll do well. But I don't have any Bitcoin Cash. It's not something that's really on my radar. Chainlink, the next one, is on my radar. Chainlink is what's called an oracle. And an oracle is, okay, if you've seen the movie in The Matrix, and there's the oracle, that little old lady that making cookies, they smelled so good. And Neo, the one, went to go talk to the oracle to get information about the Matrix. Well, she is the connection point between the world of the Matrix and the world that Neo was living in, and the real world, but the real fake world. Okay, and she could basically see the code and be able to predict the future based upon the code that was continuously falling in the Matrix. You know, watching a lot of this stuff, I feel kind of like Tank in the Matrix. You know, just being able to watch all this code fall and just kind of be able to see potentially some things that might be, you know, coming coming to play and happening right now, especially with all this COVID stuff, and then just the way a lot of this blockchain technology is being integrated into this financial reset we're having, and all this stuff. I mean, you could go way down the rabbit hole on that, and I know the Bearable Bull does and stuff like that, but people dog on him. But you know, there are some things that he says that make sense with regards to cryptocurrencies, role and position, and a lot of the current events going on with COVID-19, with the global economic reset that you see on the World Economic Forum's website and stuff like that. So, but Chainlink, what Chainlink does, acts as an oracle between databases and the blockchain. For instance, CoinGecko here, all these price feeds are being fed by Chainlink. So Chainlink is the connector between the sources of these prices where it's being traded to the blockchain. And also, say you had, let's think of another example. Say for an insurance company, for farms, all right, and you want to collect weather data, and you need to figure out what the rates you will charge that farm for the insurance policy. If you look at the weather data, then you could be able to figure out if there is going to be any type of severe weather patterns or anything like that. And that's a whole lot of data being collected. Well, Chainlink would act as the feed for that data to be able to transfer that data over to the blockchain in order to create a smart contract that could be adjusted and determined in real time based on the fluctuating data. So if you have a smart contract that is based on fluctuating data, then Chainlink would be a great way to be able to incorporate that fluctuating data to allow the parameters of your smart contract to adjust. So yeah, you know, I probably didn't explain that very well, but when I read it, I totally understand it. Do some research into Chainlink. I'm a Link Marine. I think Chainlink's going to go places. I tried my best to articulate that, but yeah. Binance. Let's see. Binance is a centralized exchange, kind of like Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, all these other big centralized exchanges. They're owned by one person. I don't know why Binance Coin is number 7. Honestly, don't really know too much about Binance. I've seen a lot of negative press come from Binance, and a lot of stuff, people pissed off at Binance. Let's see here. Let's go to Binance. Let's see. All right. Binance.us. Okay. The reason I haven't really done anything on Binance is I've tried, but I'm in Texas, and apparently they don't have a money changer, whatever that license is called, permit to be able to operate in Texas and a lot of other states in the U.S. I think they're based in Asia. Binance allows you to do things like, options and futures and stuff like that. I don't know really how to do all that stuff, and it's not something I'm interested in, and therefore not something I'm interested in. The reason for the Binance coin is it's kind of a coin for you to be able to trade into and out of whenever you're trading cryptocurrency. You can always trade back into a Binance coin, so it kind of acts as a exchange coin, crypto exchange coin to trade in and out of. I don't know. I'm not really too familiar. Polkadot's kind of how would I say? I guess it's another blockchain and it's another blockchain platform like Ethereum, but it's not like Ethereum. They would both, I guess, be classified in the same type of category. Let's see, Polkadot ecosystem. There are platforms that will be running on Polkadot and programs that will be running on Polkadot. And let's see here. Let's try to find the best visualization. So here's a Polkadot ecosystem of 2020. So here's a bunch of wallets, Polka wallet, infrastructures, there's a bunch of forums, validators, explorers. Polkadot is a blockchain, and this is a bunch of stuff that will be running on or alongside or with the blockchain. Ocean protocol, and Acropolis is another DeFi platform. Chainlink's working with it. Energy Web Token, Kusama. All these are stuff to look into. I got a lot to learn about Polkadot. I do own a little bit of Polkadot speculatively, just because I've seen it everywhere, and I've heard it has potential, so I've kind of aped into a little bit of it. Whatever, Litecoin's another older coin like Bitcoin. Litecoin is like Bitcoin's sister, lighter, faster. It was made to try to be an answer to the scalability and the slow-moving characteristic that Bitcoin has, and it's supposed to be lighter and faster, hence the name Litecoin. And a lot of people say it's the silver of Bitcoin, of gold, of Bitcoin's gold, and could be more easily used as a transaction type of currency, a day-to-day transaction. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have any Litecoin. I haven't really invested in it. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, a lot of these just trying to be your day-to-day currency. Like Dash is another one. All right. Not too interesting to me, honestly. There's Cardano at number 10. And I'm not going past number 10. Certainly not going to Bitcoin SV. Just ignore Bitcoin SV. SV stands for Satoshi Vision. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about Bitcoin SV. Cardano is another blockchain platform, and a lot of people saying it's going to compete with Ethereum, and it's going to be the Ethereum killer. Cardano people, they are very cultish. I like Cardano people. I like Cardano. I own some Cardano, and I have it on a Cardano staking platform, staking pool. But I'm not 100% Cardano. Cardano was founded by Charles Hoskinson, who used to be partnered with Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum. And Charles Hoskinson went his own way and formed Cardano, and he's been a long time in the making of establishing Cardano, and now it's finally rolling out. And supposedly there's going to be all these things built on top of Cardano, and it's moving from being a centralized type of blockchain to a decentralized blockchain slowly through the staking pools. So the more people set up the pools and stake, then the more decentralized Cardano is going to become. Right now it's at 50% centralized and 50% decentralized. So about 50% of the Cardano being made right now is coming from these staking pools, which is good. It's a good thing. It's supposed to be fast. It's really all I know about it, honestly. I got to do more investigation into Cardano. I do have a little bit of Cardano, and so out of these top 10, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm a big Ethereum head. I have Chainlink, I have Polkadot, and I have Cardano of the top 10. And the rest of the coins I have are way down here. Let's see. I have. I used to have Stellar. I sold it. Stellar and Ripple are kind of said to be in competition with one another. I have Tezos. Tezos is a proof of stake coin, another blockchain that would be possibly in competition with Ethereum. The thing is a lot of these coins, they're okay. A lot of people say, "Oh, the tech is better." The tech is better. Why would you use Ethereum if you have Cardano or if you have Tezos? The tech is so much better. Okay, fine, the tech is better, but think about it this way. Like there was VHS and there was Beta and several others back in the day during the whole technological advancement of being able to record and play and put things on tape, put video on tape for the consumer. Betamax, I mean, come on, the quality was so much better. Blu-ray, so much better than DVD. But sometimes brand recognition and market accessibility just, it takes the cake, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So Cardano might be the beta, and we don't know. So who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. I have some VChain. VChain is an interesting project to me. It's all supply chain based, and it's going to be in conjunction with a lot of this 5G technology, and kind of an identifier in a supply chain network to be able to follow something from inception to end user. And so it'll be interesting to see where VChain goes. I think it has a lot of potential. Celsius Network for a centralized saving and interest platform. Celsius is one I want to go to, and they have their own coin, and it's done very well. In the past 7 days, it's risen 31.7%. I have Theta Network, and I did an episode on that a couple back. I have some Uniswap from the Uniswap drop that happened. That's another thing I was talking about with these airdrops. Uniswap is a decentralized trading platform, and they gave back a lot of the money that they made back to their community in order to form a coin called a governance token, which a governance token is a type of cryptocurrency that allows the holder of that cryptocurrency to have a say in the community decisions as far as the policies that they would like to incorporate into Uniswap. So it is decentralized. However, the holders of the Uni token are allowed to vote on issues regarding the governance and the rules and regulations around Uniswap. So yeah, it's decentralized, but centralized in that type of way. I do want to do an episode, and this is coming from my seminary background. I have a master's of divinity, yay! And but to me, cryptocurrency and smart contracts and the whole governance issue around it, and the whole idea that these developers and programmers are baking their ideals into code in order to be used for public, and then in an AI, artificial intelligence. I mean, this is to me, this is like a whole ethical quagmire to just be unpacked and explored. And how do people's values get baked into code and then turned into a crypto protocol, and in order to be used in our day-to-day life. For instance, if something is written, if some kind of code protocol that's turned into AI is written to benefit somebody in the Western world, but then brought over to the Eastern hemisphere, how does that affect things? I mean, will it work just as well for somebody in Africa as it does the United States? Will it fit them as well if some white American were to code some kind of platform and then create an AI device or an AI bot that is brought over to Africa and Asia? I mean, how does that work? And it reminds me of the whole biblical idea of a covenant, the Davidic covenant, the Abrahamic covenant, the covenant with Noah, the new covenant that Jesus brought about. I mean, it's all these things. The Bible is based on contracts and covenants, and then we're in a way creating the Declaration of Independence. The Constitution is a covenant with the people, and the Magna Carta, and then here we are. Developers are creating new covenants. And some of these are 20-year-old kids. I mean, look at Vitalik Buterin, maybe a great guy, but what is he writing into code that's going to end up governing our entire society? These are things to think about as cryptocurrency becomes mainstream and pushed into our culture. So as a seminarian, those are the type of things that I think about. I might not have the finance background, and I have a very rudimentary code understanding of coding, and know some basic code, but that's about it. But as a seminarian, these are the larger ethical issues that I think about. And back to this. I do own some Aave. I have some Aave staked. It's a decentralized platform. Anyway, I'm going to do an entire episode based on the ethics and on the covenant aspects of cryptocurrency. That just, I definitely want to do a whole episode just exploring that. I know Vitalik Buterin on Bankless recently did an entire 2.5-hour interview. And I've listened to about 30 minutes of it. I want to, here we go. Designing Ethereum. He did this.
$68 trillion. That is how much money is up for grabs in the next 12
years. Commercials. Okay. Yeah. The ownership economy. No, this is not it. Bankless is a really good podcast. Let's get back to it here. Okay. Designing Ethereum. Here we go. This episode right here, it's a 2-hour episode, and it goes into Vitalik Buterin's whole thought process into designing Ethereum, and it talks again about this whole ethical issue about what coders bring into the design of these platforms that they're building. Are they truly objective and benevolent? We don't know. I mean, it's something to think about. So, and especially with AI. So yeah. Let's think about this stuff, and I'd love it if you, in my comments, were, maybe tell me what you think about it. Ethics and the covenant and the contract and the smart contract, and then in code. Is it truly objective? Is it truly decentralized? What is decentralization, especially when you have governance tokens, and and who has access to these tokens? You have a Stellar token, XML, and then the Acon token, being built in Africa. And a lot of these, and Cardano says that they're gearing a lot of their tokens over towards the third world in Africa for them to be able to have access. I mean, do they truly have access? Do they have, I suppose everybody has a cell phone, but who has the know-how? Who's going to be able to teach those how to use it? It's just a whole quagmire of things that can be opened up to talk about. So cryptocurrency and ethics could probably be an entire course in itself. Who knows? I would love to explore that deeper. Anyway, the whole point of today was just to go over some of the basic cryptocurrencies and show you some of these market data websites. And then I start going off into ethics and stuff. So, yeah. What can I say? All right, so I've been recording for almost an hour now. I'm going to go ahead and just call it a day. You have a good day. Have a good Sunday tomorrow. I might broadcast. I don't know. And yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I also wanted to go. I'm gonna do that Ocean Protocol Academy, and I wanted to follow up on my Ocean Protocol episode and kind of show you more on that. I think that's going to be something else that's big. So yeah, hit me up at another point. Shoot me a DM on my Twitter or comment on my YouTube, and let's talk about all this stuff. I'd like to know where you're at. I'd like to know how and if I may have helped you, or even if you think I suck, just let me know and tell me. Feedback is great. Trying to do better every single day for myself and for you and for everybody else around me. And yeah, life is full of ups and downs. So keep on keeping on. All right, y'all. Take care.
There's another